We are at the match that we have all been waiting for, kind of, since the start of the stream. It's going to be, well, place number 1 against place number 2. CASHBACK against Hit. I think Hit right now is place number 1, but only by the margin of round difference, both on 26.
Yeah, this is definitely the match I've been waiting for the whole day. Because one of these two teams is going to get undisputed first, and potentially, depending on how they win, Keyhand locked themselves in for the... Wait, do they need to win without the tiebreaker to secure themselves place 1? I'm thinking back to the standing real quick.
I mean, if Hit win 4-0 right now, today, then they would be undisputed regular season champion, because then even if CASHBACK win the last match on Thursday 4-0 and Hit lose again 4-0, then, well, CASHBACK couldn't come back. But yeah, both of the lineups tried and tested.
Whoever wins this is putting themselves in prime position to win the regular season.
Absolutely, and with that you would be securing first seed, which is a very advantageous position to be in for the playoffs bracket. And we see that after a season with some stumbles, I think is fair to say, especially in phase 1 of the OLS, CASHBACK is still favored by the community, 63% towards the 37% that Hit managed to rack up. That all being said, I think both teams are entirely capable of taking this match by force, running away with it. Interesting stats here as well between Mineros and Barbarian. Both of them with the same amount of battles, both of them with exactly the same win rate. However, then things kind of start to differ. The higher KD for Mineros, the higher DPG for Barbarian, although not by much. Pen ratio 89-91, tanks played 14-13, kind of similar, although the main tank differs. Hit really leaning into the Batchat meta, while CASHBACK has been known to play a lot of T-57s.
Yeah, Barbarian is more of a team player, that's why he dies more, you know. Nonetheless, maps are very interesting as well. Ensk and Himmel's being removed. Ensk being banned by CASHBACK, it's not the first time we see that, Kihan. Then going into Sand River as first one.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see, especially since CASHBACK historically was known to be a very good Ents team, now banning it out, possibly to be able to play it in the playoffs. Sand River, we saw the map already. I think between CASHBACK and Hit, it might be a different story to what we saw already. And then Cliff, we just saw it. I mean, it's just the map to watch out for when it comes to player skill and calls being made once again. And then Ghost Town Westfield being removed, leaving Pilsen as map number 3. Murovanka then being banned out. The tiebreaker, possibly, if we see it, is going to be Studzianki, although I don't think either team is going to pull La Rata.
What kind of a fight are we going to get, though? We don't necessarily need to get a fight, even without lights. But we can see CASHBACK going very heavy towards the K-line. In return, Hit and Run. Where are they going?
Both sides actually sending a lot of tanks towards the south, but Hit and Run in the dried out riverbed, also with an MVY. And the K91 kind of posted on the overlook. Franek is going to chill there. Call me Piotr taking the first damage of the game with a double IS-7 that gets sent straight towards the southern strike. However, Piotr taking more punishment for this, already down to 2.4. But
so far, we just see this for to the U-down 0 line. K91 coming above as well, Brainbreaker committing in, and both teams are respecting each other, kind of mirroring what they're doing in different ways.
T-Sec now taking some damage as well, so far so good, I think, for the team of CASHBACK, that are able to put more damage on towards individual tanks, whereas they are kind of bleeding a little bit here, there, and everywhere. Brainbreaker is going to snatch the first neutral objective of the battle, however, as Little takes a bit of punishment as well in his 60 TP close to the cap. Franek in the K91 has been found as well now, and the flanking 430U that you can see on the minimap might be a big problem. He is starting to evacuate.
Yeah, that's a big issue for him, that 4 to the U above dealing with him, and in return Hit and Run is now reacting by pushing Brain Breaker in that 277. Panzer Fury going over, Barbarian peeking as well in that E50M. They're doing a lot of damage for this Keyhand. They're not about to give him up just for free. Panzer Fury getting focused out. Barbarian, the team player there, trying to make a shot, doesn't connect. Getsai finds the kill. Twilight now maybe in a little bit too deep together with Squeezy, but they're trying to pop off. While in return you see the tank in the middle getting overrun. That's little, and now Barbarian starting to get peeked by this Udas as well. Cashback is starting to slowly but surely lose this engagement.
Exactly, Little now falling as well as the shots coming from the middle. Arca with their 430U trying to keep down Monster and Ketzai, but now they're starting to commit on towards Barbarian, down towards one shot with the ram. He goes. Monster doesn't have the reload advantage, but picks him up before falling himself. Twilight is starting to heal back from single-digit HP. Panzfury not able to finish it quite yet. The strike does go down. Panzfury doesn't know where to go, dodges it, but right now, Twilight still also down, so DJ, with a lot of HP, should be able to clean it up.
And DJ, they're shooting Squeeze inside. Another mini strike coming out. Panzer Fury, it's doing it again. Another dodge from him. I mean, not that it matters in this battle, but he does dodge twice the mini strike to save his life. The battle was already won, but some good awareness there from Panzer Fury. And Hit and Run in battle number 1 come in strong as well. They instantly react to this K91 being pressured, and they find great success as well.
Absolutely. Liberty is going to dodge the strike as well, but not the shot by Ketzai to put him down. And yeah, a little bit doubtful with that push in the south that they did with double I7. I hadn't even seen on the minimap that the Udas had come to support, because the Udas is actually a tank. Like, yeah, we talk about the Inspire a lot, but the DPM on that Swedish medium is not too shabby either.
Good stuff there from DJ. Good pen ratio as well. 6k damage coming out strong across the board. Every Hit and Run member doing what was expected of them, you could say. In return, there will be some obvious, Brain Breaker dying early, but the rest of the Cashback team actually doing pretty good. They just weren't able to really close out too many kills.
And I think that kind of was the issue towards the end of the battle, that the hit tanks can provide a lot of fire support. Both teams also with the light tank, and I think Cashback might have overcooked a little bit, because Ketzai in that light tank, very good plane coming out from Liberty, by the way, Ketzai in that light tank might be able to spot those STRVs as well as those K91s where they don't want to be seen.
Immediately, though, this pressure in the north from Hit and Run is being spotted out, is being shot at as well. The CA-63s are now bailing. Twilight has taken some damage. Barbarian took a shot as well. And now we'll see immediate rotations, because Hit and Run knows that they cannot push this out. The north, sorry.
In the meanwhile, though, the K91 of Brainbreaker in the south getting committed very far. They obviously have the information from the start of the round, where they saw all 7 of the tanks, and that is a huge amount of information, actually. Franek, though, is taking the first strike in the middle of the map, and Brainbreaker kind of was hovering around the southern strike, decided to not take it, and I think rightfully so, because there is 2 tanks from the side of Hit that are currently very close to it, and Call Me Piotr doesn't take damage. Some shots connecting from Brainbreaker, but as he sees the I-7, I don't think he wants to contest. The strike goes down on towards Twilight, so a little bit of chip damage coming out from Hit.
I think Cashback is eyeing this I-7 right now. The one that's counter-pushing. Twilight in trouble, taking a lot of damage already in his. DJ is facing. He's getting shot at from where exactly is that? I think the CS-63 from the base as well. Takes a big strike to the face. Another shot coming in as well from Monster at the same time. Down towards 785. One more. The finish. The kill. Cashback down 1 already. Relatively. And almost basically for free.
Indeed, Hit and Run take this second round of Sand River and make it their own kind of. Brainbreaker has evacuated the south of the map as well, and what I said at the beginning of the battle, Cashback might have overcooked a little bit. They get that very good opening spot by Liberty, but after that they don't really do a whole lot with it.
I mean, they were very focused around this north push, but they are finding T-Sec in return a little bit, though. I mean, he's down towards 680. If they could return the kill, Keyhand would be huge. Would be back in a status quo. DJ now taking some damage as well. I mean, the issue is this K91 and this AX are going to be pincered soon in a bad position.
Yes, we have a little bit of T-tours going on, showing us everything that is going on currently in the game. But Franek, I mean, taking the artillery strike, not really that much happening, and that is because Hit and Run probably realize, hey, when it comes down to it, we don't really need to do a whole lot, and what we've seen so far from the Cashback lineup doesn't really look like it wants to push. That being said, though, Barbarian starting to push, dodges the strike as well, and takes out the CS. How much damage is he going to take for this one, though, as he drops down towards 702? 2 CSs being able to strike from there, and, I mean, strike, electric boogaloo, it is going to secure the kill on towards him. So it looked cool what he was doing, but in the end, he just threw himself to the wolves.
It looked cool until you see the strikes come out, and you're like, oh well. You know, it's one of those moments, oh well. Did you ever watch, what's the movie called? What's the movie name? I'll think about it, give me a second. It was with Mila, you know, we once had her at COMAND. Resident Evil. Did you watch it, Kian?
You mean the zombie one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
You remember the scene with the lasers?
The one in the tight space where she almost gets cut apart?
Yeah, but at some point the laser turns into like a grid. That's what was Barbarian's POV there when the strikes started coming on him. It's like, oh well.
Alright, another good strike connecting on towards Centurion and K91. That is just Hit. Complete control of the match right now. Another strike going down, and I mean, the players of Hit see those tanks stationed there, and they're probably like, I have a strike available, don't mind if I do, as Brainbreaker sees Call Me Piotr, but takes another shot immediately from the middle of the map. Call Me Piotr also with a big one in towards that K91, and I think things are going from bad to worse for the side of Cashback at this point in time. Many tanks locked into positions where they really cannot push, and they're not designed to push. Those K91s, the Centurion Action X, the S.03, all of those tanks are designed to give fire support, not push by themselves. And so, really, I mean, it sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, but yeah, I said it at the start of the round. That Cashback lineup looks overcooked.
Hit and Run is toying with them now, though. They know the game is over.
I mean, they don't really need to do anything at this point in time. They have the gun advantage, and they are continuously dealing damage. So there is no reason why Hit would do anything at this point in time. They're doing some rotations, maybe to react on towards what they have seen. But realistically, I'm not even sure if Hit and Run have complete information at this point. They might not know about the S.03, for example, and if you have a big question mark like that, it just makes sense to not push. Like, why take the risk?
I think they know that they're winning, Key, to be honest. They will have triple strike soon, though. They have already one on DJ, a second on Ketsai, and a third about to be taken by Franek as well. They could blow up Aka with that if they want to. And do you see little green circles coming in? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3.
Yeah, exactly. And
Squeezy's next.
Still, yeah, or Sente X might be next.
Yeah,
Squeezy, exactly. Franek just took the strike. Down the strike goes.
He dodged it.
He dodged it, okay, but still, it doesn't change the situation. Squeezy is in a world of trouble. And if Squeezy is in a world of trouble, then Cashback is probably in a universe of trouble here right now, because what are they meant to do? Hit now even starting to force the cap with Ketsai in the LT. And yeah, Little getting spotted now. That is the last possible question mark being turned into an exclamation mark for Hit and Run as Squeezy falls. Ketsai with the light tank to pick it up there. And yeah, Hit and Run calm and collected.
Yeah, some mental warfare, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the possibility to do something like this with the opposing team, to really rub it in that you are just better in this round, you obviously take that opportunity. Pants Fury with the Ram as well, coming out. And, I mean, is he going to kill him? He is reloaded. The strike comes down, so that one actually was Call Me Piotr picking up the kill. And Hit and Run in a very, very easy round for them. Going to confirm the quick or well, not quick, but the easy 2-0 on Sand River.
Good stuff by them. You know, like I said, a bit of mental warfare, knowing that they've already won the game. They're like, I don't really feel like pushing, to be honest. Let them suffer a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. Not fun if you're a cashback player, to be honest, but it is what it is. That gives us Sand River 2-0 for hit and run, moving into Cliff, Kihan.
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me, Kihan. Can anyone? SRV? The AX, because it can play hold on.
The K91 can as well, technically. But yeah. A forgettable round number 2 for Cashback on Sand River. And hit and run, they must be feeling good about themselves. Kind of cruising. But, and that is a very big but, that was just hit and run picking up the 2 points on their opponent's map pick. That means what's going to happen now?
Cashback wins 2-0 on Cliff.
Also very confusing at some point for the opposing team, which 50B right now is on reload and which one isn't. But both of the teams, I mean, different tanks, but kind of the same approach, right? Both of them have the T100. Then for Cashback, we have the Forge B, triple 430U, Batchat, and the BZ.
Hit and run, quad E50M, a T100, a CS, and an IS-7. So kind of the same philosophy, Key. They have that DPM core, right? But it's for 30U versus E50M.
Interestingly enough, hit and run going with the strike medium, and for Cashback it's going to be the auto-loading Batchat here, whereas hit and run obviously are looking for the fight, looking for the shootout with those quadruple E50Ms. I think Cashback would be fine, kind of letting the 430 use tank, but a good plane coming out by either team. Not only replanes available, but also hit and run and Cashback seeing that they're kind of avoiding each other, with hit and run driving towards the 1-2 line and Cashback sending the majority of their forces towards the middle of the map. Katsai spotted out in that T100, doesn't take any damage for it, and we can see Hit have taken the donut completely.
And Hit seems to be pushing through as well on the lower side at Forge B of Aka, already getting pressured, clipping out against Piotr. He's getting a full clip for that, but Piotr is tanking it like a man. 2,434, but now Franek driving down, the ability bumped out, Liberty getting pushed by Katsai as well on top of the hill, and now you can see the blob of orange tanks moving back towards 1-2 line. Kihan, they are spotted out doing this, so hit and run will need to react to this as Franek, Tisek and Piotr are cleaning up this Forge B. The 4-2s are swinging back in, but there is a left behind player there, and looks to be DJ.
Yeah, DJ in that E50M, kind of in no man's land. There is Monster in support in K5, so probably DPMing from there at the moment, and DJ so far seems to be able to evade the majority of those 430Us, but what is he driving into? That is a Batchat and a BZ as the second tank on the Cashback lineup falls. They still have not managed to kill DJ in that E50M. Will Brainbreaker be able to pick it up before DJ drives around the corner? I think he should have the reload. Never mind, DJ does make it around, so things are going from bad to worse for Cashback.
Squeezy and the Batcha will close out the kill now against DJ, but the rest of the hit and run team rolling back in. Monster now coming as well from the K5 perch, rolling in. Piotr still leading the charge, but it's Tisek that comes up first, pushing back Little. Twilight seems to be the target of choice. That 4-2 that was taking the strike will have no success outside of putting it, and hits at least 2 targets with it. But now looking at it again, it's 6-on-5 here with hit and run having the advantage, picking off another gun. It's 3 down for Cashback, but in return Barbarian finding a kill as well. Little and Brainbreaker now pushing down on towards Piotr and Tisek. They will make short work of Piotr. Good shooting there, but Monster coming back in as well with the CS63 wants to get Barbarian out of this game. Tisek should find the kill, but no, Barbarian will be first. And just like that, all of a sudden, it's turning around. Brainbreaker with the shield as well. Monster maybe a little too late into this battle, and now needs to run away from this altogether with the CS63. Gets tracked, gets held, does find the kill against Barbarian, and now Little with the high roll will shut it down, and it's Katsai and Fury, both one-shots against Brainbreaker and Little. And look at the heal coming in. Brainbreaker, if he goes above 400, it's a whole world of problems, but he doesn't.
I mean, 391 right now. If the E50M rolls exactly average, that would leave him on literally 1 HP. But for now, Katsai is going to pick up the info tower. Brainbreaker going for one as well. Sorry, the info tower. I meant to say the artillery strike. And this means that Brainbreaker is not sure all of a sudden anymore. Do I want to take this or not?
Yeah, he has the problem that Ketsa has the planes. If he takes it, it will be problems. Ketsa might try to deny the strike, but I'm not sure if... Yeah, he will. He will spot Little out and they will deny the strike potentially. But that's not the one that they were hoping for, though. He's actually not going to deny it. They know that the information tower still needs to be taken, Kihan, and Little will just go take it by himself, though. I think that's the thing here, though. But the issue is that Ketsai will probably try to take the tower, will end up getting striked, will try to dodge it, and then try to kill the one-shot. There comes the strike. It misses.
Indeed, strike getting used, and yeah, no kill notification. This means that the strike did miss. Ketsai wasn't able to pick up the...
they will have it in 2 seconds.
The info tower, but yeah, exactly. This means that now Little all of a sudden is going to find himself in a 1 versus 2. Brainbreaker getting unspotted. Oh, the plane is going to catch him. And this is absolutely detrimental. Brainbreaker at this point in time, probably no boosts left in his tank. The T-100 was able to do it, and Little taking so much damage for driving up here. Not sure, but I think he might have gotten set on fire. All of a sudden, Little is on a one-shot as well. Does spot out the 430U. The shot does not connect on towards the E50M of Pan's Fury, but Ketsai still a one-shot 330. That is literally the min roll for 430Us in randoms, though. But yeah, Little, how is he going to play this one? He needs to get a kill. He has 5 minutes to do so, but he is also a one-shot now himself.
It's a one-shot to the E50M, though. He's not a one-shot to the T100. He lets the shot go, doesn't connect against Panzer Fury, does want to take the hill, though. What does he opt doing here in that 430U? He knows that the T100 is above him. Ketsai is, however, dropping off. Taking the approach towards potentially the strike, maybe.
I mean,
Little will.
This is all mind games.
This is amazing for Little, though, if it ends up doing this way. Although it does seem like Ketsai is aware he's not going to actually go for the strike. He might just counter it, though, or run away and go 1-2. Same thing.
I mean, let's see. Little now is looking for a strike of his own. And might end up finding it. This shot here, it was never meant to kill anyone. Obviously nice if it does, but it was a spotting check being done by Little. He wants to find out if someone is actually in this bush here and concludes there isn't. This means for him right now, it should be safe to take the artillery strike.
He will, but he's going to get tomfoolery on this because Ketsai will sit on an outside of the strike. Left, right, or middle, he has opportunities. It's a bit of a gamble. Oh, he's actually not going to take the strike. They're just going to play around Little. Okay, they're not risking it, unless he goes back now.
I mean, they don't need to risk it at this point in time. It is problematic for them that Little has the strike, but he still needs to pick up an info tower to really make it count. Little at this point in time, of course, with no info whatsoever where the opponents could be at any point in time. And he doesn't really want to reveal his own position either. Oh, Ketsai now with the spot. That is a very, very lucky timing. Little absolutely clueless about where he was spotted from.
Huh?
Maybe he supposes a little bit as to where it comes from. Oh, he's going to... Does he put it as the question? You can see. He's like, do I do it? Do I not? He ends up not using the strike. It would have been... No, I think he was looking for a different location. I think he
checked now, though. If he goes up and he gets spotted, I think he'll have a rough clue. That's the big question here. Like, now he's gonna get spotted. Let's see what he knows. He knows. Oh, but Ketsai moved!
Oh my goodness.
We didn't see that. Ketsai moved, actually. And now Little uses the strike and he will die. And I thought for a second Little was going to do something genius with his Panzer Fury to shut him down. We did not see Ketsai sneak by at the same time. Little did figure it out at first, though. It started getting close there, and I think Monster made a real... He stopped damage, but he made a real fluff of it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think his play was kind of an oopsie there at the end. But when you have Pan's Fury and Ketsai to carry it for you, then I guess no problem. And of course there are going to be some tanks that are on the low end of the scoreboard. Those are the ones in the shootout that get focused out earlier.
And both teams meeting each other in the middle of the map. CS63s against E50Ms and 430Us. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Let's see how it plays out. Piotr moving in with the I7 as well. Actually moving in very much with the I7. Going for the complete and utter ram. Throwing his tank away in the process. They will focus him out from the side of CASHBACK, but Aka bites the dust in return immediately. Now these 50Bs are out of ammo though. Can they find another one of these DPM tanks before he gets to do his job? Squeezy will fall as well. And now DJ and Franek desperately trying to survive. DJ on fire as well, getting blocked by T-Sec, not letting him through. Hit and run trying to do this, but this is a brave task that they're trying to achieve against all of this DPM from CASHBACK. They need to find kills, they need to continue finding them. They will find Little, but at what cost?
Exactly, Little is gonna go down next, but T-Sec already down towards 750. Panzfury about to get killed as well, a strike coming down. And I think, Ducky, the tanks that CASHBACK have brought to this brawl in the middle of the map, they just favored them so much. The squishy lineup by Hit and Run not working out against the combined firepower of 430Us, all of them with their ability popped, and you could kind of see the idea of the sacrifice from Piotr that was coming out of there, right? He wanted to kind of draw all the fire on himself for his 50Bs and CS tanks to be able to do the damage, and it might have looked like a kind of weird play, but the idea was that the IS-7 soaks it all up, but that was sort of the only tank that was able to tank for Hit.
As a result of this, CASHBACK will avoid at least one match point and pick it up. This was always going to be brave from Hit and Run, to be honest, trying to find the
entirety of the match since it started, because, well, Hit has the advantage right now.
I feel like Phil is always smiling. He's just a happy person, Kihan, and you're just a hater. CASHBACK, however, IS-7, K91, Leo, Double Force B, EBR, and an RHM.
And for Hit, we do have the double mouse 277 E50M, double Foch B, and an EBR. So double light tank by CASHBACK on a map where a lot of super heavies are played. That is possibly not enough firepower, but they do have the double strike medium.
I don't know. Do you like it?
Not really, no.
I have a similar feeling.
I prefer Hit's lineup by far, actually.
Especially if Hit doesn't play towards 1, 2, 3, 4 line, but plays towards the east, I think I prefer it, because I think they can play with those E50Ms against those lighter setups there.
I mean, Barbarian once again getting sent towards K1, K2. He did have an exceptional game against W there, I believe. And ooh, Katsai taking a lot of damage in that EBR, still spotted out as Liberty is unable to connect a follow-up shot, but they're able to kind of screen away the light tank. As Monster takes a shot as well. However, Liberty, I don't think he has seen the E50M, now realizes like, oops, no, this is not where I want to go, and dips away. 400 damage taken, however.
But if we look at the purely HP-based setup, Key, see that Hit and Run is actually leading because of those lighter tanks that CASHBACK has, but they need to exploit it. And look at the move from Hit and Run. I think they suspect something to be at K2, because look at the mouses and the 277. Yeah,
Franek now driving away in that E50M, does spot out Squeezy, realizes he's not going to be able to cross without taking a lot of punishment for this, possibly as the Foch Bs are starting to book it through the one-line. Liberty with a spotting run coming out, doesn't see anything so far. That's because in A0, the Foch B of Panzfury so far has been back behind the corner. Aka taking a lot of damage from the Overlook as well. Liberty getting spotted out on the 0 line, taking 1, taking 2. That is a fully loaded Foch B. Liberty still spotted, drives against the red line, and Katsai with the pickup.
And now the rest of the Hit and Run team is starting to move in. The mouse pushing across the open. The 277 already close to them as well. Barbarian, I think it's the K91 that's on K2 now, starting to move in, starting to get some shots against that 277. But Hit and Run chasing down on towards Aka and the I7, who's dropping low. Now the mouse is rolling in. The Roland Fortress through the field as Franek does take some shots. Piotr is now pushing in as well as a distraction. They want to make this work. I said we'll trade off against Piotr, the one-on-one at the very least. But in return though, DJ in his mouse is already involved in the fight. Tisek coming in with the ram as well. They find Aka, the low HP, IS-7, Brainbreaker on zero line in his Forge B, getting pushed now as well. Little on the runaway. Piotr will die, but what does it really matter in the grand scheme of things when they find another isolated target? This time it's Brainbreaker in his Forge B, who doesn't even have enough shells to kill Panzer Fury as he's reloading. Franek with the ram, with the shot from Ketsai to seal the deal. And today, Gihan, it does seem like Hit and Run have no intentions of going the distance with CASHBACK, as they have 6 tanks left standing versus the mere 3 from CASHBACK. Feels like an easy peasy lemon squeezy for them today.
Yeah, I mean, a little bouncing that shot on towards the mouse there doesn't help the situation either, of course. And DJ just baiting the shots at this point, waiting for Franek, who gets blocked by Tisek, to come in and save the day for him. Barbarian also getting found in that K91. No impact in the game whatsoever. Was split off towards the other side. That turned off not being important at all. Hans Fury moving in with the Foch, sweeping through Little. And now with only 2 tanks remaining for the side of CASHBACK, indeed Hit and Run get a pretty, or a very clean match even against CASHBACK here. And they are going to stay top of the scoreboard. 4 points for them, and I don't think they can be moved out of that position any longer. So from my side, congratulations, I guess, to Hit and Run for winning the regular season.
Yeah, winning the regular season. Something they haven't done before. Right? I think it was CASHBACK twice before. Maybe CASHBACK wants to avoid the curse from last season, you know, ending first, finishing second. Now they finished second to end first.
I mean, maybe. Then again, W are putting themselves in prime position for that slot number 4, from which they could complete another miracle run through the lower bracket. That is still a possibility. But yeah, first of all, let's take a look at the post-battle results, because realistically, it felt like in Sand River 1, in the Cliff round that they lost, and also in this round now, CASHBACK were trying to cook too much, realistically. They didn't have enough meat in their lineup. They were going for a lot of firepower, and in this Pilsen round, a lot of information as well with the double LTs, but you also need a front line in your lineup. You need something that's able to just hold, and they didn't have that, and so Hit were like, well, all right, what happens if we just drive at them? They won't really be able to do anything, right? And that's just what happened.
It's indeed the case, and they even brought the mouses in as well, and it's just like, well, you know, it is what it is. I think CASHBACK is going to realize that as well. You know, like first or second, they'll still have to beat everybody nonetheless. Hit and Run, however, goes into the playoffs, key hand, depending on the next play day, of course, with a morale boost, right?
Yeah, indeed. It is not every day that you're able to beat the team of CASHBACK 4-1. Although more teams than usual.
Their win streak as well, though.
Yeah, the win streak, 5 win streak is kind of crazy, right? But yeah, Hit is going to be confirmed place number 1 in the AMD OLS Season 3 regular season. CASHBACK second here. They might still get caught by W in the last playday, although W might still get caught by Mafia, who are sitting on 23 themselves. Actually, Mafia can still catch CASHBACK. That's kind of crazy. And yeah, the last day will have decisions in that regard, but it will also have a very important decision in between Darkside and Yogurt, 1 point apart in a league of their own, although they probably don't like hearing that at that point. The match in 2 days is going to decide everything I was talking about. And the match in 2 days, that's obviously going to happen during the stream on Thursday, the 22nd of May. And after that, Phase 2 is going to be finished. Then we go into the real deal. Then we go into the final streams on Saturday and Sunday.